up everybody, my name is Darth Jeswick and welcome back to my channel. Today we're building a new crest on the Hillside Highlands lot. And this build is actually only base game and it's also a starter home, so it should be easy for you all to download. It's been a while since I've done a base game house and I've never done a modern base game house. I usually stick with like more traditional suburban style homes. Usually because the base game items are suited for like suburban style homes or even like English homes. This house is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house with only room for 1 sim. We only have a single bed in here, although you could probably fit 2 beds in here. I just didn't because I only had 1 sim for this build. You might be noticing that there's like room for a pond over here. I'm gonna move the lot over a little bit so it gets rid of that weird glitching near the edge of the lot. And then I'm gonna grab a bunch of rocks that have like moss on them from Debug and put them all around the pond. Mostly because we only have so much money and Debug is a really great way to get like free stuff. It also has better landscaping than what we're offered in the build buy catalog. You can access this by typing in the cheat bar bb.show hidden objects and then bb.show live edit objects. And then it'll pop up with all of these things if you search Debug in the search bar. I have some placeholder items in the kitchen so far. I wasn't sure how much money we would end up with once we got the necessities down. I just wanted to make sure that we had a little bit of everything before going through and like changing the refrigerator or the stove. I was playing around with the swatches on the couch because I kind of wanted to use this new base game rug, but I ended up just going with the plain swatch of it and then adding a wood accent wall. I liked the idea of having this window there, but I just deleted it anyway because I have these 2 windows on the side, and then I added 2 more windows by the dining room table because I wanted to bring in a lot more natural light, and I already have this window, this rounded window over here in the bedroom, and I just didn't want 2 of them. I just didn't think it looked right. And we're also very limited with the curtains in the base game, so I tried to use these like open ones that are gray, and then I kind of went with like a light pink theme in here. We got a light pink dresser and a mirror that matches with it, and then I also put in a matching nightstand, and the bed looks slightly pink, but I think it's gray, and I don't know why. I just can't bring myself to use the carpet in the base game. It just looks really weird, so I put a rug down. And after I got all the essentials down, I had about 3,000 simoleons to go back through and decorate and add some more details. So I added the kitchen cabinets, and then I put a window behind the stove. I always think that that looks really nice, and it's pretty dark in the kitchen. I've got like a black subway tile on it, so it looks just very dark in general. And we've got like the darker cabinets, so we just needed some more natural light in there. I added the little aprons, which I try to put in like every single build because it's nice to have aprons when you're cooking, just so you don't get your clothes all dirty. And then for the front door, I added a little coat rack, and then I put a boot rack underneath of it. And this is like my favorite base game lamp. It's the most normal looking one, aside from like the candles and some of the older looking ones. And then we have that like really weird like round one that's like a ring light but only flat. I just don't like the way that that one looks, so I put the normal looking one. Changing some of the foundation here, I wanted to use this darker black foundation instead of the white because we have darker siding now. I'm also mapping out the path to the front door because I wanted to create like a stone path using some debug items, which I really wish that they would add into the catalog because they are super great. Your Sims can like walk over them, there's no problem with anything like that, and you can create like really cool custom pathways. You can see my tester Sim standing out there on the sidewalk. Her name is Savannah Willis. You can find her on the gallery. She's just a base game Sim, although it does say that she has something from the Get Famous pack. Just ignore it, there's nothing actually there. You can actually hit like show used items when you pull up the gallery menu, and nothing shows up. So she is all base game if you want to download her. She's got the soulmate aspiration, which gives her the alluring bonus trait. She is a bookworm, loyal, and outgoing. She has a few likes, the guitar, comedy, and dancing skills, so we'll put in a few skill building objects for that. But we're really coming along on this little pathway here. It's really hard to like just place them all individually like that, so I did cut out some of the landscaping. Back to cluttering up the house though, because we still have a little over 1,000 simoleons because it was looking a little empty, and because this is not an EA build, we're not going to do empty houses. Because of the way that the coat rack was hanging, I put the shoe rack backwards so that the coat wasn't like clipping with the boot. And then I just went in and cluttered the kitchen. I never use that utensil holder, so I decided it was time to use it. I usually use the metal looking one, just because that's like my favorite one. And then I put some clutter in the bathroom, sized down the tissue box because it is quite large. But I wanted it on the back of the toilet so your Sims don't put plates or dirty dishes there. And then I also added a plant and sized that down as well. Again, just to prevent your Sims from putting plates there because they will do it. My Sims do it all the time. Then I added a little picture in the living room or in the bedroom. I moved it around a lot, I guess. I placed the acoustic guitar in her bedroom, although you can put it in your Sims inventory if you want to, so they can take it with them and go busking. And then I added some clutter in the corner of the bedroom as well, a hamper and some dirty laundry. I put in a paper towel dispenser as well as some toilet paper. We cannot forget either of those things. It's very important. And then I'm actually like alt placing them on the counter here. You can see I like put them on the counter and then I moved the counter out of the way so that I can like place them floating. So they're not actually on the counter. You can just move the counter around in build mode and then the objects will stay there. It's just easier to do that because then you can actually put the objects where you want them and not where the slots are. Put a little rug by the door because we got to wipe our little feet off. I was really debating on whether or not I wanted to have 3 chairs at this dining table. I'm not even joking, it probably took me an hour to figure that out. Like the whole time I was building this, I was like, should I have 3 or no? I would take one, delete one, and then I'd put it back, and it was a nightmare trying to decide that. And then the last thing I did was put some window coverings over the living room wall. Not the wall, the window. But I did have to like move one of the windows out of the way because it was trying to clip to both of them and it was just like jumping all over the place. And that was what I spent my last couple hundred simoleons on because I could only afford one curtain. And I decided to go with this orange color because it ties in with the rug and the painting that I have on the wall. And with my last 200 simoleons, I got a little plant in the bedroom. And then I also use this like little clutter box a lot. I kind of placed that next to the chair that's in the living room. It was on the table. I just didn't like it on the table because it's like the same size as the TV. So I put a couple of books and a painting there instead. If you want to download this build, it's on my gallery at Darth_Jeswick, just like it appears here on YouTube. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up because it really helps out. And feel free to subscribe to my channel if you're not already, so I can see you all in the next one. I hope you all have an amazing day or evening wherever you are, and I'll see you all in the next video. Dag dag!